Okay, welcome back. Now let's move on to the Statistics South Africa website. Okay, so let me copy the link, paste here. So at the time of creating this video, the census 2022 is about to happen. So for the Stats SA, it captures both time series and cross-sectional data, although mainly cross-sectional data, such as census. I suppose you have heard of census, community survey, which is unofficially known as mini census, and other well-known surveys are, or cross-sectional data surveys are labor force survey and income and expenditure surveys. Okay. So when you have time, you can visit the website. So for instance, census, okay, here. And then actually you can download the data here. But the problem is that this website sometimes works fast, sometimes it's just inactive, it doesn't work. So in the one of the forthcoming videos, I will introduce you to the UCT Data First website. Okay, then you can download exactly the same stats as a data, but more on that a bit later. So publications. So statistical publications. So let's stick with the example on slide number 9, gross domestic product. Remember we extracted or downloaded the GDP data using the Reserve Bank website in the previous video. So let's see if it works a bit differently when it comes to Stats SA website. So third quarter 2021, maybe just out of curiosity, I download the publications. Let me save it on the desktop. Okay. Okay, it's here. So the statistical release is written by the Stats SA staff, of course, and then with some nice summary paragraphs and some interesting descriptive tables and figures, such as these two. So when you have time, you can go through the report and then you can see the breakdown of the GDP. This is by industry. And let's see if they have GDP by expenditure. Okay, like what you have seen on the previous video using the Reserve Bank website. Yes, C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Okay, okay, interesting. Okay, let's do one more example, maybe on CPI. So again, I go back to publications, statistical publications. So make sure you type the right keywords and don't make any silly typo errors. So consumer price index. And then interestingly, Stats SA release CPI on a monthly basis. Okay, so this is the November 2021 report. So again, out of curiosity, I will download the report. And this one is interesting. I would definitely explain it in a second, the historical data. But let's first open the monthly report, or the statistical release. Okay, so again, nicely done by Stats SA staff, and then the report includes some nice looking graphs and tables. So you can have a look when you have time. But I rather want to focus on this one, CPI history. Okay, a very nice table here showing the monthly CPI from as early as 1980 January. And then this is what I want to point out. This is the base month. So remember previously, in the previous video, when we used the Reserve Bank website, we noticed from the quarterly bulletin that 2015 is the base year. But now, rather for the Stats SA data, 2016 is the base year. In fact, to be more precise, the base month is 2016 December, because you see the CPI is 100 here in the base month. So these 12 columns would give you the monthly CPI, and then the last column, the average, gives you the annual CPI. Okay, obviously it keeps increasing over time because of inflation. Okay. And then in the next table, it shows you the actually the inflation. Yeah, if I put it in a different way. Okay, year-on-year rates. Okay, yeah, interesting. But I think the first table is most useful. Okay. Oh, actually, the base month is actually mentioned clearly in the table title. Okay. Okay, so I will see you in the next video when we would go through the ESSA and ERSA website. So see you in a second.